So when was the last time you went to confession?
Maybe 4 years ago.
Well, maybe, I don't know, 2 years back?
Probably when I was 12.
So how many years ago was that?
About 16 years ago.
You ever think about going back to confession at all?
Sometimes. Yeah. I mean, what can I say? I'm a sinner.
Did you ever want to go to confession but weren't sure what to do? Or you thought you hadn't been to confession for so long that the priest wouldn't have time to listen to you? Well, today at Busted Halo, we're going to look at what you need to do to go through confession so that you're armed with the knowledge next time you want to go. And I figured the best way to start would be asking someone who's gone to confession a lot, Mike, and ask him what his experience has been. So Mike, what's the first thing you need to do when you're going into a confession?
First thing you need to do is relax. Just go into church and just be mindful of what you've done wrong. And if it's been a long time since you've been to confession, don't worry about it. In fact, tell the priest that. Tell the priest that it's been a while since you've been to confession. And then most likely he's going to be a little more sympathetic to you and help you out with the steps that you need to go through to go to confession as well.
When somebody's made a decision to go and make a confession, is there anything they need to do before they go into the church?
Yeah, the first thing you need to do is you need to examine your conscience, which means you're going to make a mental inventory of all the different things that you've done that are sinful since the last time that you went to confession. And if you don't know how to do that, just Google examination of conscience. Easy enough. And it'll give you a list of questions to ask yourself, and you'll figure out all the things that you've done wrong since the last time you were at confession.
Well, what if it's been a while since you've been to confession? How do you prioritize what you say?
Easy enough. Start with the big ones first. The big things that really cut you off from God. Catholics call those things mortal sins. And then the smaller things like, cursing or arguing with people or, I think this is yours, stealing office supplies.
I was looking for that. Thanks, Mike.
Those things are called venial sins. Those are a little less important, but we still need to confess them anyway.
Okay, so after you've made an account of all your sins, what's next?
Well, now you're going to go and confess your sins, and most often you have two options. One, you could sit face-to-face with a priest and confess your sins while looking him right in the eye. Some people don't like that. Some people would prefer to be more anonymous, so there's a screen there also. You could kneel down in front of a screen and confess your sins that way as well.
Thanks so much, Mike. Now that we know what to do before making a confession, tune in next time as the priest walks us through the steps of the sacrament.